Hello, my name is Madeline Jones. My poster is on the differences in men's perceived acceptability and non-conforming gender expression based on depiction. This project was done under the supervision of Dr. Hung-Chu Lin at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. While gender expression, particularly non-conforming gender expression in men, has been shown to elicit negative evaluations, some findings show an interaction with sexual orientation, while others do not. This may be because of how the gender expression was described. Therefore, we sought to explore whether the description of gender expression affected how men's gender expression was perceived and accepted. Our methods involved 303 participants taken from a college sample and the general public. Each person was given one of 12 vignettes to rate on conformity to male social norms and personal acceptability. The vignettes were chosen to represent our variables of sexual orientation, gender expression, and description type. There are 3 description sets based on their sources, where each set had every sexual orientation and gender expression combination. The Blashill set was focused on gender roles, the Cohen set on stereotype personality traits, and the Horn set on appearance. For conformity, our 3-way ANOVA found significant main effects for sexual orientation and gender expression, where gay men were less conforming than straight men, and non-conforming men were less conforming than conforming men. It also had a significant main effect of gender expression and description type, as shown in Figure 1. Post-hoc Tukey test showed that men whose nonconformity was described by appearance were rated less conforming than men whose gender roles were nonconforming. For acceptability, a separate 3-way ANOVA found a significant main effect for the 3-way interaction, as seen in Figure 2. Post-hoc Tukey test showed that a nonconforming appearance was rated as less acceptable than conforming gender role and conforming appearance, as shown by the red and yellow bracket. The nonconforming appearance was also seen as less acceptable compared to the man with a nonconforming stereotype personality trait, as shown by the green bracket. Gay men, on the other hand, were equally acceptable, regardless of their expression or description type. They were also considered equally acceptable compared to all of the straight men. These results suggest that gender expression conformity and perception of deviation differs based on how the expression occurs, such as by gender roles or appearance. Additionally, the results suggest that the non-conforming targets were adequately manipulated to being recognized as less conforming than the conforming targets. However, for acceptability, non-conformity is nuanced to where appearance drives lower acceptance only for straight men. Despite these differences in acceptability, though, the non-conforming straight man was still found somewhat acceptable, as an average of 4 was coded somewhat acceptable. Thus, this study shows the relative importance of how gender expression occurs, such as by appearance over personality and activities, and how people determine who is acceptable and within society's norms. Future studies could explore what drives this negative response to appearance specifically, and how this may further relate to prejudice and discrimination against sexual and gender minorities. Thank you very much for listening, and please let us know if you have any questions. Thank you kindly.